Hi there, welcome to YogaPad. I'm Jeanette. This month in our online classes we've been working with some sequences opening up the hamstrings and hips. So this is just a quick 10 minutes to open up those areas as well. So before we start, you may want a belt or something long, a towel or a big necktie or something like that would be great, and possibly a couple of bricks or just something that you can rest your hands on, a little elevated. So let's start. Come down onto the floor, lie down, not a bad way to start, and keep your left leg bent and take the right leg, strap your long thing, whatever it is, around the top foot. So here you can either have the top leg bent or you can start to take it towards straight. If you find that the leg starts quivering, if you take it straight, then just keep a little bend in that leg. And the left leg, you can either keep it bent as it is here, or you can start to take it straight towards the floor. If it's straight towards the floor, flex the foot and drive some energy out through the base of the big toe. So you're just going to stay here and take a few nice long deep breaths. As you inhale, really lengthen the spine, make sure the shoulders are nestled onto the mat, and as you exhale, just slowly draw the shin towards your body. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, shin towards you. Inhale deeply. Exhale, shin just moves in, bend the knee if you need to. One more breath here, and then exhale, shin moves in. So we're now going to take the leg out to the side. So again, this left leg, you can have it straight or bent, you can choose. Take the left arm directly out from the shoulder as a bit of your outrigger support. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, start to open up the right leg towards the floor. Bend the right arm, use the elbow as your first little stopping place. Just feel into those initial sensations through the inner legs. Breathe some nice openness into the front of the pelvis. If you've got a little bit more give in the legs, you can start to release the elbow and take that leg down towards the floor. Whether it gets to the floor or not doesn't really matter. You may find that this top hip wants to go along for the ride. See if you can encourage the left hip to stay as flat as you can onto the floor. Taking 3 nice long deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, and then exhale, soften into the inner right leg. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath in, and then exhale, really plug down through the lower belly to lift the leg up. Release, give the right leg a little hug, draw it into the body. Join the left leg in, squeeze both legs in, and then take the right foot onto the floor. Strap around the left foot, lengthen it up. Make your decision here, straight leg or bent leg. Again, if you get that little quivering sensation, keep the leg a little bent, and you can choose to straighten or keep the right leg bent. So inhale here, and then exhale, just soften the shoulders down onto the mat. Inhale, nice smooth breath, and then exhale, the shin slightly moves closer towards you. Inhale deeply, and exhale, shin towards the body. Inhale, and exhale. One more big breath in, and then exhale, bend the left arm, take the elbow down towards the floor, send the right arm out from the shoulder as your support, and start to open up the left leg. First stop is to rest onto the elbow. That may be plenty for you, in which case just take some nice deep breaths into the inner left leg. Some nice space across the front of the pelvis. If you've got a little bit more space, start to straighten that leg, release the left arm and take the foot down towards the floor. And again, this right hip may want to roll up, come along with you. So see if you can just encourage it back down towards the floor. Taking a few nice deep breaths here into the inner legs, front of the pelvis, shoulder blades Soften them onto the mat. After your next big in-breath, exhale, lift the leg, really draw the lower belly muscles down to support the lift of the leg. Release the belt, pop it aside, and just draw the knees into the chest. Take the hands behind the knees, take a little rock, back and forth, and then get a little bit of oomph to come up. And taking yourself to stand. So if you've got two bricks or two somethings or a low shelf or a sofa to pop your hands on, and go for that. Take the legs wide. Really step down strongly through the feet and start to draw energy up both sides of the legs all the way to the back of the hips, and lift the bottom up towards the roof. Stretch the arms forward onto whatever you're resting the hands onto. Fingertips on the floor is also good. Lengthen the chest forward, stretch the spine, and then exhale, fold the chest down towards the floor. Whatever your hands are resting on, whether it's the floor or you're up on a sofa or a chair, see if you can take the arms nice and straight. As you breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, flip the back of the hips up towards the roof, and you'll get a little bit more stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, really stand down firm through the pinky toe side of the foot. Breathe in deeply, lengthen the legs all the way up into the hips. And then exhale again, lift the back of the hips up. Inhale. And exhale, nice and soft through the chest. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, softly bend the knees, release the hands, and come to stand up. Take yourself down to sit. So we're going to have a bit of a stretch through the outer hips. So for this one, cross-legged, you may want to sit up on some height, so a couple of blankets stacked would be good. So either a simple cross-legged with the shins coming in towards you. If you've got a bit more space in the hips, you can wriggle the shins forward so they're parallel with the front of the mat. If you've got a bit more space even further, you can take the right foot up onto the left knee, keep both feet flexed. So again, the shins can be in towards you, or you can creep them out parallel to the side of the mat. Take the fingertips beside the hips, lift the spine nice and long. Just take one hand, feel the lower back. There's a nice little natural curve here. Keep that natural curve of the spine, lift the chest, expand the breath, and then exhale, release the hands, keep the spine nice and long. Take the hands in front of you, lift the chest. Either stay here if that's enough sensation around the right hip for you, or you can start to creep the hands forward. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale. Soften the chest and the forehead towards the floor, taking 3 nice long deep breaths here. Inhale, lift the chest, creep the hands over to the left. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, stretch the hands out, and taking a few breaths here, you'll find slightly heightened sensation around the side of the right hip. As you breathe in, really lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, really sit down through that right hip. It'll want to creep up, so just ask it to sit back down towards the mat. On your next in-breath, lifting the chest, creeping the hands to center, and then walking yourself up. Take the hands to the side, swapping sides, so crossing the legs. So this, if that's not your familiar side, it might feel a little funny. So cross-legged with the shins in towards you, or a little bit more for the hips to work, take the shins parallel. Otherwise, you can stack the legs. If you're doing this way, flex the feet. Again, shins can be in towards you, or you can have them stacked and parallel with the front of the mat. Lift and lengthen the lower back, expand the chest, release the hands, keep the nice length in the spine, take the hands forward, stretch up, and then exhale. Creep the hands forward, soften the chest, soften the forehead, Really feel those sensations around the left outer hip. And just trust that all is well. As you breathe in, lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, just bathe that left hip with your breath. A couple more breaths here. On your next in-breath, creeping the chest up, walking over to the right, lift, lengthen, and then exhale, fold forward. So slightly heightened sensation here for the left hip. Encourage the left hip down towards the mat. It may want to creep up. And on your next in-breath, lift the chest, creep the hands to center. One more little creep forward, and then creep the hands back. Sit up, relax the legs, take a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Roll the shoulders back, take the hands onto the legs, and just enjoy that little bit of sensation around the hips. Taking the palms in towards your heart, just bowing the chin, looking inward. Give yourself a little internal pat on the back, finding 10 minutes for yourself. Hope you enjoyed. Namaste.